Good evening, I'm Brendan Miller. Thank you for joining us. With the federal election now just 3 weeks away, Canadians will soon be heading to the polls. We spoke to Thunder Bay residents to find out what main issues they would like federal candidates to address if they're elected.
I think the main issue this election, unfortunately, is Mr. Trump south of the border and what tariffs he will be putting on Canada and the rest of the world, because that'll affect us as well. Prices increasing, jobs being lost. It's an uncertainty for the next few months, maybe a year.
I would like to see if they can do something to reduce international students' fee, because you can clearly see the students' fees here for natives. It's around, for masters, I think it's 3,000 to 4,000. At the same place, if the international students come here, it is $11,000 to $12,000, which is 4 times more than that. So I would like to see if they can reduce it by a little bit. So it will be beneficial for us. Second is like accommodation, housing criteria. It's like really bad here. If you are looking for accommodation outside of the campus, it's really expensive and students probably can't afford that. So if they can do something about that affordable accommodation, then it will be good.
I think it will have to do with like immigration and housing. Especially when you come out to Canada, like finding a place to live is not as easy. Or coming in from somewhere else, having to pay like fees, having to get used to the society, yeah. Like if there can be a better way of helping people coming in to make life a bit easier.
Some concerns I might have would be like rising tensions between like the U.S. and Canada, like especially with the tariffs, and like any potential like causal, especially with Trump's claim to almost make Canada the 51st state. Also, like even internally in Canada, like rising house prices or like the price of gas or the price of groceries, like especially being a university student who will eventually want to be living like on my own. I'm kind of concerned of how expensive like things could be and like how like you can make like ends meet. And if like the minimum wage will be able to like match like the cost of living.
Citizens United for a Sustainable Planet, CUSP, rallied with a clear message to the U.S. leaders. Keep your hands off Canada. Emma Chilton reports.
The Thunder Bay Hands Off Rally is one of over 1,000 hands-off rallies planned around the world. The group gathered at the intersection of Memorial and Harbour Expressway, where supporters can be seen chanting with signs of Canadian flags. Rally leader and lead organizer for Citizens United for a Sustainable Planet, Paul Berger, emphasizes the importance for people coming together and standing up against the threats posed by the U.S. government.
We think lots of people are really, really upset with what's happening, with the threats, the Trump threats on Canada and on Greenland and the destruction south of the border. So we wanted to have a place where people could come out and show that anger and concern and say we want something different. It's really important for people to demonstrate and to come together. We're all sitting in front of our screens, maybe feeling alone and feeling like this can't be happening really. How can this be happening in 2025? So this is just an opportunity to come together and say this isn't right. Hands off Canada.
Berger says it's not only about Canada not wanting to be the 51st state, but many other threats.
They've threatened Greenland, which is completely unacceptable. They're attacking trans rights and the rights of gender diverse people. Everybody that might be diversity, equity, inclusion under that label, Indigenous people in the States. Free speech is being attacked. It's sort of an all-out attack that makes it hard to keep following. Migrants are being abducted and rendered and sent to prisons in third countries. This is not legal. It's not legal under the American Constitution. It's dangerous. It's not moral.
Residents driving by showed their support by honking their horns, waving, and putting up their elbows. Rally supporter expressed her concerns about the growing tensions between the U.S. and Canada.
Well, I believe very much in Canada. I think Canada is a wonderful country, and I don't take kindly to people thinking we should be taken over. by certain people south of the border. It's always better to be with people who can amplify voices. I think we amplify each other's voices, and that makes us stronger. And it feels good to be standing up for something that's important.
Emma Chilton, TBT News.
With Confederation College suspending many of its courses, the decision to halt the culinary program this September is raising serious concerns around the city. As the only culinary training program in the region, the suspension could have a significant impact on the RFDA and the local dining scene. Riley Cohen has more.
In late March, Confederation College officials announced that culinary management is one of 11 programs being suspended this September due to declining enrollment and funding challenges. Culinary students have been working closely with the Regional Food Bank, helping to prepare thousands of meals for those in need across northwestern Ontario. While students will be able to complete their studies, the suspension is expected to have a wide impact. Tanner Harris, the RFDA's food service manager and a Confederation College graduate himself, says the decision will be a major setback for their organization.
Partnered with the college to make these meals, 12,000 meals to start, and then we were looking at doubling that over the next few years. So that is going to severely impact not just us at the RFDA, but it's going to impact our members.
The RFDA is currently expanding its facility on Syndicate Avenue with a new kitchen to teach cooking, but that will likely not fill the void left by the culinary program. And they're not the only ones impacted by the loss of the culinary program. Restaurant owners and head chefs are feeling it too. Owner of Bite Restaurant El Tres and George, Bianca Garofalo, says it creates a huge gap for their employee pipeline.
Yeah, we're going to see, I think, a significant impact. The college has always been an amazing resource for us to actually recruit some of that talent. We've always had like a strong connection with the college and the culinary program. You know, a lot of our employees have come through that program.
Not only will it affect restaurants, but it will also have a big impact on the chefs and kitchen staff currently working, as Pete Medaw, executive chef at the Valhalla Hotel, tells us.
Out a good pipeline of newer people, then as our existing professionals start to look at retirement and start to move on from different career or into maybe not different careers, but different positions or different restaurants, we're going to be in a labor shortage. And now we don't want to be in a position where you're saying, sorry, we don't have enough people to make this event happen for you.
Chef and owner of Red Lion Smokehouse, John Murray, who graduated from culinary school and now operates his own restaurant, shares similar concerns. Although he says the impact will be significant, he remains optimistic that Thunder Bay's strong community will offer support.
Culinary scene here is a real jewel that we have. It's something that we definitely want to be promoting and marketing. I think culinary trade always drives tourism and local excitement and buzz. But we're actually really fortunate that we have a really cooperative and collaborative community. And I think we'll just have to, as restaurant owners, just have to do more of that on our own.
The college issued a statement saying they deeply value the culinary management program's long-standing contribution to Thunder Bay and our region. The decision to suspend this program, along with several others, was made with great care and consideration. A petition opposing the suspension of the culinary program is circulating in the region and can be found on change.org website with over 800 signatures already. Riley Cohen, TBT News.
The Thunder Bay District Health Unit has coordinated a photo voice project at the Thunder Bay Art Gallery. This one is called Get Real, and it was created by the Superior Mental Wellness at Work Advisory Group to bring more awareness to mental health in the workplace. The exhibit is on display now. Employees from across the region answered 2 questions anonymously. How do you feel at work, and how do you take care of your mental health at work? Data taken from Lakehead University's Enhancing the Prevention of Injury and Disability at Work program showed that mental health stigma increased after the pandemic. Dr. Vicki Christman, the director of the LU program, spoke more about their findings.
We found that about 90% of our participants are actually experiencing both depression and or anxiety, which is problematic. That's a very high amount. a big portion of those actually report that it's due to their workplace. And I think that's the sort of the signal that tells us, okay, we need to start focusing on workplaces and what can workplaces do to help prevent what's happening to the population.
And the whole idea is to inspire positive change, to reduce the stigma of talking about mental health at work, and also to inspire people to be intentional about taking good care of their own mental well-being.
The project will be on display until April 29th. After that, it can be rented out to interested workplaces, and online versions are available as well.